Now this is the final standing of the first Grand Prix of the season, won by Abdel Saïd, his first ever Longines Global Champions Tour win. Harry Allen, his debut, comes second and aiming at yet another podium to his tally. With Abdel Saïd claiming the first golden ticket for the Super Grand Prix in Prague. His position is secured, an exciting season coming up for him with that pressure already off his shoulders. Question now is, can he continue on this level? Has he got the horsepower to keep going at this level and to become a real challenger for the overall championship? Of course, he takes 40 points with him back to Belgium. 40 points, and of course Abdel Saïd will also be the championship leader as it stands right now. But what a performance of Harry Allen as well. First ever Longines Global Champions Tour Grand Prix. And let's have a look at the head-to-head between Harry Allen and Abdel Saïd. Abdel on the left, Harry Allen on the right. Look at the difference in pace as they start. Here in front, Harry Allen. This is where Abdel Saïd cuts to the inside, actually. Abdel Saïd, and look at how tight he makes that. Abdel Saïd cuts the corner, Harry Allen stays more to the outside, Abdel Saïd can get level. Still a buck that also cost him a bit of time. Harry Allen again in front, but here Abdel Saïd again tighter through the turn, again level with Harry Allen, and see how Abdel Saïd jumps to the inside of the line. Again Bonami kicking and bucking, made it even difficult for Abdel Saïd to get the fastest time possible on the board. I think Abdel Saïd could have gone even faster were it not for the playfulness of his mare, but in the end it is 0.1 second the difference between Abdel Saïd and Harry Allen for the win in the Longines Global Champions Tour Grand Prix of Doha in Qatar, here at the Longines Arena in Al Shaqab. And I can imagine that Abdel Saïd will be over the moon, not just with the win, but also with the progress that Bonami has made over the winter, one should say. A mare now at the ripe age of 11, the mare by a big boy and Langfriese. Born and raised, as a matter of fact, in Estonia, bred out of a former Grand Prix mare. So it runs in the family, and obviously as he wins the first Grand Prix, Abdel Saïd is also the first leader on the tour, with Harry Allen in second and Marcus Ening in third. Obviously all the others, as you find them also on the final standings of this Grand Prix here in Doha, Qatar. Asnar early there already. Same with Christian Kukuk, who scores valuable points early in the season. He is sixth, and so sits sixth on the overall standings. And the fast 4 penalties of Hendrik van Eckermann put him currently in 11th place. A delighted Abdel Saïd, no doubt about that. It is about time that we go down and talk to him. He is with Dan Strange, and he'll have plenty to tell us about the win and about the mare. Here comes the winner, Abdel Saïd.
Grand Prix of Doha, Abdel Saïd, you get the first golden ticket and guaranteed LGCT Super Grand Prix entry. What's your response?
Yeah, I'm super happy. It's an ecstatic moment for me. My mare deserves it, as she's been knocking on the door last season, and that it happens at the first leg here in Doha in this beautiful venue, great crowds. I'm just so happy, I don't know what to say.
40 points in your top of the championship. What's your response to that going to Miami?
Honestly, I didn't even think of that far yet. I'm just thinking of the moment. I'm so happy again with my horse, and you know, the jump off. Okay, there were a few fast riders. She's a big lady. I took a lot of risk, and it worked out. So very happy.
You said a few times to me that Bonami is just in great form and feeling really good. She was even bucking and kicking. You could have lit up El Shaqab even more tonight.
She has a lot of energy. Yeah, she should have given some away. Yeah, she was still very fresh and very happy to go in the jump off.
Abdel Saïd, congratulations, the winner here at the Longines Global Champions Tour in Doha at the Grand Prix.
Thank you so much.
Great performance from Abdel Saïd, indeed, plenty of energy. It was that energy that last year played sometimes a negative role. He had to keep the energy under control. He couldn't let her canter, he couldn't let her flow over the ring, and that is what he could do more easily this time around at the start of the season. Is Abdel Saïd going to Miami? If he is, he can defend his leading position. If he is not, then Miami will present a new championship leader. As you know, 15 stages, 8 best results count for the overall championship, and Miami is from the 4th until the 6th of April, so in just over a month's time, 5 weeks to be precise. Then we go to Miami. Mexico will be next as we have a look at some of those special moments. The first ever Longines Global Champions Tour Grand Prix win of Abdel Saïd with a top mare, Bon Ami. Back in Al Shakab, where the spotlight has been dimmed, the show light is on, and everything is being prepared for the award ceremony.
Welcome back to the GCTV live studio. This is the beginning of the official breakdown of the Abdel Saïd show. A first ever Longines Global Champions Tour victory in the Grand Prix, and we will bring him into the studio right here in a few moments' time after he's done receiving his trophy, after he is done being celebrated by the officials and the dignitaries. Tonight belongs to Abdel Saïd and to Bon Ami, who finally get over the line and pick up that hard-fought victory, the one that he has been looking for such a long time. Finally, the Belgian gets over the line, finishing ahead of Henry Allen and Marcus Eining, who looked very good on Coolio as well. A few big names missing out on the jump-off, and while it's very early to talk about the overall championship, there's no denying the fact that Marlon Bayer-Johnson, Max Kuhner, Henrik von Ackermann miss out on the jump-off, and with it, big championship points. All 40 of those going to Abdel Saïd. Let's show you what the results look like, remind you how it ends here this evening in the official podium. Saïd in the first place. Harry Allen, the younger brother of Bertram Allen, a former LGCT Grand Prix winner, finishing ahead of Marcus Eining, as we mentioned, the German veteran on Coolio. Willem Vermeer, the Belgian, doing very well. Abdurrahman Al-Raji, what a performance from him and Ventago. And Christian Kukuk, second here last year. This year finishing in 6th place. Olivier Perrou, Eduardo Alvarez Aznar, and Philip Schulze Tophoff, the top 9 of what was a 10-rider jump-off. Christian Alman and Mandato, eventually going on to wrap up the last position of the official jump-off. We will be standing by and waiting for the presentation to get underway. We will also then start talking to second and third, Harry Allen and Marcus Aini. We will hear from both of them and maybe just throw forward to the upcoming legs in Miami and Mexico City. That is to come in a couple of weeks' time. As it looks, I see some lights getting underway. I see some action getting underway. So maybe it is time for us to close. Maybe we need to go through to the presentation and welcome our top 3 podium finishers into the ring as they get ready to receive their trophies and, of course, the Longines watch that will be handed out a little bit later on as well. Ladies and gentlemen, your top 3 finishers from the first season opening event of 2024, the Longines Global Champions Tour Grand Prix of Doha. Let's go to the presentation and meet our final 3 finishers.
The presenters of the awards, Mr. Rashid Al-Kabi, Al Shakab, board member, of course. Jan Topsas, president and CEO of Longines Global Champions Tour. And Oschindorfer, on behalf of Longines.
Of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Mr. Jan Tops, President and CEO of the Longines Global Champions Tour. Mr. Urs Schindhofer, Representative Longines. And Mr. Rashid Al-Kabi, Board Member here at Al Shakab, Member of Qatar Foundation.
أعزائنا الحضور، سعداء بتشريف صاحب السعادة سيد بولا أحمد تيونوبو، رئيس وقائد القوات المسلحة الجمهورية الفيدرالية نيجيريا، وأيضا سعداء بتواجد رئيس والمدير التنفيذي.
The presenting party ready for this award ceremony with the top 3 there: Abdel Saïd, Harry Allen and Marcus Aini.
Presentation party with us, headed up by His Excellency the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and we will start our podium presentation.
I hear that it is the President of Nigeria.
He takes 3rd place finish tonight. Will you welcome to the podium, here with us all studio, Marcus Aini.
Marcus Aini to take 3rd place with Coolio. What a performance so early with this horse, so early, so ready to push him already against the clock. And by the reaction, it seemed that he have still some reserve in the tank. Harry Allen takes 2nd place on his debut with Calculatus, but it is the first ever victory on the Longines Global Champions Tour for Belgium's Abdel Saïd with Bonami. And so,
ladies and gentlemen,
the national anthem now being played.
Celebrate Abdel Saïd's first ever Longines Global Champions Tour Grand Prix victory with the playing of his national anthem, the national anthem of Belgium.
The national anthem for Abdel Saïd, the Belgian national anthem.
Congratulations, Abdel Saïd, winner here of the
Belgian
Longines
national
Global
anthem,
Champions
the
Tour
Brahma
Grand Prix
song
of
for
Doha.
Abdel
And to start
Saïd
the
as a
presentations,
winner
we'll call
of
upon
the
His
Longines
Excellency
Global Champions Tour
Ahmed
Grand Prix
Tinubu, President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria,
and
to
so
congratulate and present the winner's trophy to Abdel Saïd here
Tinubu,
in Al-Shakar.
Bola Ahmed Tinubu, as President of Nigeria, to present Abdel Saïd with the prizes, to congratulate him with this outstanding victory, the first in his career. There is the president of Nigeria, Bola Tinubu. Schindorfer, in behalf of Longines, with a timepiece for Abdel Saïd, a man who is always on time. And Jan Tops as President, founder and CEO of Longines Global Champions Tour. Second place, the trophy for Harry Allen, the young Irishman on his debut, 23 years young. Marcus Haining receives the trophy from the hands of Rashid Al-Kabi, one of the board members of the Al-Shakab facility here in Doha, Qatar. It's now 8:30. This Grand Prix and its award ceremony comes to an end, of course. Picture taken with all the VIPs. Abdel Saïd doesn't know how to hold the trophy first. So many gifts in his hand, the flowers, the watch, the trophy. And now those horses come back. Bon Ami, the mare by a big boy and Landfriese, owned by Abdel Saïd and bred by Troja Hupune in Estonia, the mare by a big boy out of that mare Lara, who was successful with Tiet Kivisild. Calculatus, who is by Cacciasini and Contello, bred by Rudolf Spiekerman in Westphalia and owned by Queen Yupang and Coolio 42. Coolio by Casalito and Kidam de Revel, 11 years old. Martina Wirtz in Germany, in Holstein, is the breeder, and Coolio owned by Elm Rock and Marcus Haining. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, with everybody awarded, honored and congratulated, we say goodbye. What a weekend it was, the opening weekend of the Longines Global Champions Tour. The season is underway. Miami is waiting just 4 weeks before we land in the Stars and Stripes. Wherever you're watching from, thank you very much for joining us all throughout the weekend. This was Doha. This was Longines Global Champions Tour. See you next time. Bye-bye.
What a beautiful image in the night sky here in Doha in the opening stage of the 2024 Longines Global Champions Tour. Abdel Saïd and Bonami, the 11-year-old Bay, get over the line for the very first time in their career. The night belongs to him. I hope you've enjoyed yourself here on GCTV. It's time for us to give you a little bit of reaction as to what took place throughout the rest of the jump-off here from second and third. And then, of course, welcome our 2024 Doha champion, Abdel Saïd, here into the studio in a few moments' time. Let's get into the jump-off. Let's give you some reaction as to what took place earlier today. Willem Vermeer was the first rider to come in that we will focus on now, eventually stopping the clock at 38.44. The horse's name, IQ van het Steentje. Love that. Willem Vermeer, the Belgian, looking to try and be aggressive, looking to try and be ahead of the split. Unfortunately for him, eventually, as we said, going on to stop the clock at 38.44 seconds was not enough to see him be crowned champion. Abdulrahman Araji, boy, what a smile here on his face when he was able to get into the jump-off. Excitement and anticipation as we thought maybe the young man from just over the border here in Saudi Arabia might be able to make some magic. Abdulrahman Araji, let's take a look at his round and see how he went after trying to stop the clock with Ventago at 39.09. So he is the young man that a lot of us had our eye on. Big smiles, big attempts, and a lot of action. Let's show you Abdulrahman Araji going on to try and win his first ever LGCT Grand Prix. This Ventago has been in sensational shape. We saw Babalu a lot in 2023. Now it's the opportunity of Ventago. But unfortunately, much like Willem Vermeer, it was not enough for the young Saudi to go on and get over the line. Abdulrahman Araji was unable. Now, we will hear from Marco Sening, number 3 tonight. We will hear from Harry Allen, number 2 tonight. And we will continue to look at our jump-off finishes before we close the studio and say goodnight. Christian Kukuk and Checker, they were second here in Doha last year. The German looking to go one step better and fill in the boots of his former teammates, of Luca Bierbaum winning in 2022, of Philip Weishout winning in 2023. But unfortunately for Christian Kukuk, it was not meant to be. He and Checker having an early fault, coming home on 4 penalties, eventually stopping the clock at 39.11. Not a repeat story for the Bierbaum stables to go on and make it a three-peat for Christian Kukuk and Checker. 4 penalties in a time of 39.11. That was not enough for the man in grey. Now, Olivier Perroux was next that we focus on GL Events Torre Agi coming into the ring, eventually stopping the clock at 4 penalties and 40.76. We might get to that round in a few moments' time. I believe that Marco Sening is standing by alongside with Dan Strange. Let's find out how things went for the German veteran who finishes in 3rd place tonight. Dan Strange, over to you. Marco Sening.
Mark, I've got Marcus Sening here. Marcus, you finished 3rd. You promised me you don't do an interview if you finish 1st. You finished 3rd tonight in the LGCT Grand Prix. How do you feel? Coolio went very well.
Yes, I'm very happy with my horse. He's quite new for me. I just have him half a year. Yeah, last week he was already placed, and now on the podium, I'm more than happy.
Harry Allen, one of the under-25s, just pipped you to 2nd. Does that tell you how competitive this year is going to be?
Yeah, Harry is a friend of mine, and we do a lot of things together, so it's okay. But it's like always, you have to be really fast, and I was too slow today, so I'm just 3rd.
Where next for you on the Longines Global Champions Tour? Where will we see in Miami or elsewhere beyond?
I think the next stage is for me Shanghai.
Well, I look forward to seeing you there. Marcus Sening, thank you very much. Mark, back over to you.
Great results for Marcus Eining, who now will not participate in the Miami, Mexico City legs, but he will, as he says, confirm that he will be at the Shanghai event. We are very excited to be able to confirm to you that we are going back to Shanghai for the first time in many years. Finally, the Global Champions family will head back to Shanghai. Such a fan favorite, and we've been away for far too long. We're excited to be able to finally go back to Shanghai later on this year, but there is still Miami, there is still Mexico City to come, and it's going to be a long, exciting season for you, myself, and of course all of these riders that will be competing for that golden ticket that now goes into the pocket of Abdel Saïd. How much pressure to go off his shoulders already to have that golden ticket down in the very first event of the year. He knows that he's now already inside the Super Grand Prix to take place at the end of the year at the new GC playoffs in Prague. Now to Saudi Arabia is where we bring it. So let's see if maybe we can catch up with second place Harry Allen, the younger brother of Bertram Allen, unfortunately falling just one position short of his older brother Bertram, but wonderful signs. Dan Strange alongside Harry Allen. Let's find out what he has to say.
Yeah, thanks, Mark. I've got Harry Allen down here. Harry, your first ever Longines Global Champions Tour Grand Prix. You finished second. What are your thoughts after that?
I'm absolutely delighted. My horse jumped amazing tonight. Couldn't be happier.
Bertram obviously won a Longines Global Champions Tour Grand Prix previously. He's here with you. What words of advice and guidance has he given you through the weekend?
Yes, Bertram flew out yesterday to give me a hand for yesterday and today. I think it was just more the whole plan, the numbers everywhere, and then we made our own plan for the jump off.
Obviously finished second, but very much a winner's mentality, and Frederick de Backer was going through the lines that made the difference. It really was close margins for you tonight.
Yeah, it was very, very close. It was a difficult jump off. I think maybe I had one more to the last, but other than that, it was the same.
Where next will we see you, Miami or onwards?
I'm not sure yet, really. I'm hoping I do Shanghai, but I'm not sure yet.
Harry Allen, congratulations. Second at your first time of trying. Well done, and we'll see you hopefully in Shanghai. Mark, back to you.
Thank you very much, Dan Strange. Well, that's about Harry Allen. That is about Marcus Eining. Has the phone been blowing up already over the last few minutes? 85 messages. Here we go. It's all good to go. It's ready for you. 85 messages?
Yep.
Here's my first question. Abdel Saïd, what's taken you so long to come and join me here?
A lot of crowd, and the people are so nice. Everyone wants a picture, and it's so many people here. It's ecstatic.
Talk to me about Bonami. You and I were joking and chatting about her fighting. It felt like she really fought for you today. Talk to me about that round and how she performed in that jump off.
She's a star, you know. She's so athletic, and she really wants to fight as much as me. With the rollbacks, it was a little hard because she's a big lady, and I was like, I really need to be on it with the rollbacks. We took a lot of risk into the combination as well, and she really fought with me, and it worked out today.
Did you feel like this was a sub-38 jump off? Did it feel like it? Because at one stage it looked like there was not a lot of meat to take off that bone. Did you feel like you could go sub-38?
I thought, you know, hard, but I also believed in her stride, and then I took risks to the last, and it worked out. So really, really happy with her.
How amazing that she's still only 11 years old. I mean, there is still so much life, so much energy left in her. What does this then do for that partnership, for that relationship, knowing that there is still so much to come from her?
It's incredible, and that's the beauty of this sport. You know, even last season she was so consistent in jumping clear rounds, but I always had a rail in the jump off out of, you know, inexperience. And even, you know, now I feel every day I know more about her. We're making small changes last week, and it really worked out today. So I am, really, really happy with her.
Talk to me about taking the pressure off, getting a golden ticket in the pocket already. We now will see you at the GC playoffs in Riyadh later on this year. Super Grand Prix. I know it feels like it's far away, but we've been watching them for many years. Now you are in there. In fact, you're the very first guy in there. What do you think it's going to be like to be at a GC Super Grand Prix in the playoffs later this year?
I'm really excited to be in one. I've never been before, so for me this is really exciting. Looking forward to it, and this whole, you know, this season with so many good riders, so I'm sure it's going to be a tough sport.
Who were you really worried about in the jump-off today? When you see a Marcus Eining, when you see a Christian Kukuk, when you see a Christian Allman, these are riders that we expect to be really dominant. Who were you keeping a special eye on, thinking, that's the guy I need to beat?
Honestly, you know what, I'll say something funny. I was having a chat chat with Hendrik van Eckermann this afternoon, and I was asking him in general about the sport and his mentality, and he said to me, I always focus on myself, and I really made it a point to do so today. I wanted to go as fast as I can go with my horse, focus on myself. All these guys can beat me. It's not that one is. So in the end, I just did what I could do with my horse, and it worked out.
You mentioned those rollbacks. Talk to me about where you think you won it today. What gave you that little edge?
Honestly, I think it was the rollback to the combination. I didn't count the strides, but from my feeling, you couldn't do one less in there. And that's a place where I really took a lot of risk. There was maybe one less to the last, but she made a little buck in the middle, so we had to hustle midway, but it worked out.
This is 40 championship points in the bag already. Again, I can talk about a Super Grand Prix being far away. The end of the season is far away, but what does this do for the way that you approach the rest of the year, bagging these points already? What does that do for your 2024 planning?
Yeah, of course, now we have to think a little bit different and maybe make a slight different plan, but honestly, I didn't get that far yet.
Okay, talk to me about planning. Miami, Mexico, no. Where do we see you? What's coming up?
Normally, my next one was going to be Madrid. Our team owner, Efe, had a slight miscommunication yesterday with his horse, so we'll see. But he's supposed to go to Miami, Mexico, and I was going to start in Madrid, but we will see if something changes.
Do you have an update on Efe, just to find out how he's doing?
Yeah, we've been in touch, obviously, the last 24 hours. He's doing okay. He's flying home tonight, and he's waiting for the results of his MRI. Wishing him all the best.
All right, we do wish him a speedy recovery. You have a press conference to get to. Abdel Saïd, I'll do that, and I'll take that. Thank you, sir. Congratulations. Absolutely, it is wonderful to have you. You're 2024 champion of Doha on the Longines Global Champions Tour Grand Prix of Doha. Abdel Saïd, bon ami, your winners here tonight as we officially prepare to bring the curtain down on Doha, on the first event of the year. We thank you for joining us here on GCTV. There is a lot more to come and plenty content for you to find on the GCTV page. Go check it out. Go check out the socials as well. And we hope to see you then in the next couple coming weeks, where we then move over to Miami and to Mexico City. So from the Middle East, from Doha, from Qatar, and from the beautiful Longines Arena here at El Shakab, we say thank you and good night. We'll see you in Miami.